Hi crochet friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to make and attach tassels to your finished crochet projects. Tassels are made by taking multiple strands of yarn, anywhere between 3 and 6 is a good size tassel. You fold the strands in half and you create what's called a lark's head knot. And you can attach tassels to the side of your work, the top and the bottom of your work. I'm going to show you how to do both of those things, mostly so I can show you how to incorporate any unwoven in ends on the side of your project, maybe from color work, into your tassels. Let's talk supplies. You'll need your finished project, measuring tape or a ruler, snips or scissors, a crochet hook, the one you used for the project will do fine, or 1 millimeter larger, and then leftover yarn. Making tassels is a great way to use up every inch of yarn from your project. So pause the video, collect your supplies, and let's move on to step 1, which is figuring out how long you want your finished tassels to be. If you are attaching tassels to the sides of your project so you can incorporate your unwoven in tails into the tassel, then you'll want to find the shortest length. Lay out your project and comb everything out as best you can and just eyeball it. Which tail looks to be the shortest? Lay 0 of your measuring tape or your ruler along the edge of your project, and I'm going to say that the length of all of my tassels when finished should be about 5 inches long. If you're just attaching tassels to maybe the top or bottom of your work, you don't have any tails to base your finished measurement off of, then you can take your scrap yarn, the leftovers that you're going to make your tassels out of, and you can play around with some lengths. Tassels could be 5 inches long, they can be 8 inches long. So you can lay out some strands of yarn and see what you like best for your project. Keeping in mind though, how much leftover yarn you have. If you have a large ball of leftover yarn, you might be able to make longer tassels. And if you don't have a whole lot of yarn left over, maybe stick on the shorter side. So figure out how long you want your tassels to be. Whatever number you get, you're going to double that number. So for my example, I want the finished length to be 5 inches. I'm going to double 5 to 10. And then I like to add a 1/2 inch or an inch of wiggle room. The process of cutting the strands of yarn is not precise, so I just like to have that wiggle room. So I'm going to say I'm going to cut as many strands of yarn as I can to be 11 inches long. So pause the video again if you need to and get your measurement. And then we're going to move on to step 2, which is cutting our yarn. For this video, I'm just going to demonstrate how to cut strands of yarn from this navy blue ball. But if you have a project with lots of color work and you have lots of colors left over, I would recommend cutting strands of yarn from all of the colors so you can have very colorful tassels. So there are lots of ways to cut tassels. The way I'm going to show you is one of the more efficient ways, maybe not the most precise way. You're going to need your measuring tape or ruler and also your snips for this part. So you'll grab an end of yarn from whatever leftover yarn you're using, and you're going to line the end up with 0 on your measuring tape or ruler. Without pulling the yarn, because yarn has elasticity, you can pull on it and it bounces back. So keeping the yarn nice and loose, a little slack maybe, you're going to drag your hand down both the measuring tape and the yarn until you get to your measurement. Then you'll put a little snip. Keeping these two ends together, we're going to drag our hand down both strands and we're going to create a loop at the other end. Just one loop. Keeping that loop there, you can drag your hand down the other way and we're going to put a loop at the other end. And we're just going to collect loops at both ends. You can make several passes with this, like you can go around 15 to 20 times, get a whole bunch of loops collected at either end. But to keep the video moving, let's imagine that I've done several passes. I have lots of loops here. You can cut your yarn free from the ball and then you would cut through all of the loops. Doop. So it's very quick, but it might not be as super precise. There's a little bit of, length differences in these strands. But if speed is the name of the game, this is a good way to do it. You can also cut each strand of yarn one by one using your measuring tape. If you're using multiple colors of yarn, you can organize the piles by color, or you can make piles with all of the colors of yarn. So that's already organized for you. So pause the video, cut your strands of yarn, and let's move on to step 3, which is attaching the tassels. For this step, you're going to need your crochet hook, your project, and all of your strands of yarn. I'm first going to show you how to attach the tassels to the side of your project and how to incorporate unwoven in ends into the tassels. And then I'm going to show you how to attach tassels to the top or bottom of your project. If you're attaching tassels to the side of your work and you're hiding ends in the tassels, the first thing I like to do is make knots in all of the pairings of yarn. There's sort of these natural pairings. Wherever you drop one color, you've picked up another. So there's usually 2 ends next to each other. I like to tie those into just simple knots. So I'll take both strands of yarn and create a loop and send both ends through the loop and pull that little knot up close to the side of the project. You can either do this step ahead of time, or you can just do it one by one as you're working down attaching your tassels. So let's add a tassel to this node here. Like I said at the beginning of the video, tassels are made with either 2 to 6 strands of yarn folded in half. And because I already have 2 ends here that will become part of the tassel, I can use fewer strands of yarn. In fact, since I did color work, maybe I want to take away purple and pink and just make a tassel with the other colors. That's totally up to you. Whatever number of strands you've decided to use in your tassels, you can always make adjustments as you're working down your project. So make sure your project is laying right side up, and you're going to take your empty crochet hook and we're going to send it through the project back to front, or bottom up, however you want to think of it. And you want to make sure that if you're working into the side of your project, you want to make sure that you're grabbing some meat. We don't want to send our hook through just like one strand of yarn. That doesn't feel very secure for a tassel to hold on to. So make sure you're grabbing some meat. And if you're attaching the tassel where you have a knot, try to be somewhat lined up with that knot. The empty hook is inserted into the project back to front, and then we're going to lay the strands of yarn for the tassel over our hook at about the halfway point. I'm just going to spin this so I can get a better grip. We're going to hold on to all of those strands of yarn, keeping the hook at the halfway point, and then we're going to grab those strands and pull them through to the back. Not all the way. We're just going to create a little loop. First, I like to send the tails from the knot through so I don't forget about them. And then we're going to send all of the tails through the loop. Without grabbing the tails from the knot, we're going to grab the other ends and we're going to pull on those to make a lark's head knot. And if anything ever doesn't lay flat as you pull, like if it didn't pull evenly, you can just grab the individual colors and pull just a little bit. Make small adjustments so things don't get too out of whack. And then that's the front of a lark's head knot. And this is what it looks like on the back side. So you can see the knot, but then there's also this other knot sitting on top of it. It's very secure for your ends, and from the front side, you can't see the knot. You can also attach tassels to almost like the corners of your project as well. It's a nice way to finish the corners. So the rules are the same. You would send your empty crochet hook back to front or bottom up through the project. And what I'm grabbing onto here are the 2 chains that I skipped when I worked on row 1. So it's a nice substantial thing for the tassel to be holding on to. So the crochet hook is inserted back to front. And for this one, I'm going to use all 6 strands of yarn. So we'll lay the strands over the crochet hook at about the halfway point and hold on to all of those strands, pull a loop through, making sure you've got all of your strands of yarn. And then, since we don't have any ends to send through, we'll just send all of these ends through the loop. Hold on to your project and pull down on all of those strands. And if you need to clean it up, just do it little by little, color strand by strand. If you don't have color work to tell you which one to pull, just, pull lightly on something and something will move. Eventually you'll find what needs to be shifted. And that would be a nice clean tassel for the corner of a project. You can also attach a tassel to the top corner of your work and incorporate the tail from your closed active loop into the tassel as well, just like we did with the first tassel. Now I want to show you how to add tassels to maybe the bottom or the top of your project where you don't have any ends to incorporate into the tassel. This is a little more straightforward because instead of attaching tassels to the sides of stitches or maybe to turning chains, you're just going to attach tassels to the top or the bottom of a stitch. Now you don't want to put tassels in every stitch. That will get too crowded and your project will start to stretch out at the bottom or the top. So you'll want to spread out the tassels. I would suggest putting a tassel in the first and the last stitch and then divvy up the placement of the tassels into fractions. Let's just put a tassel at this first stitch here. I'm going to send my hook back to front or bottom up under the V through the stitch. And then I'll take 6 strands of yarn. I'm going to lay them over my hook. And this is the same as the others. At the halfway point, hold on to all of those strands, pull the loop through, send these ends through the loop, front to back, hold on to your project, pull on all of those strands, and then you can clean it up as you see fit. And the same goes for attaching tassels to the top of your project. At the top, you're always going to have nice looking V's from your final row. Notice though that I ended this row on the wrong side. So if that's the case for your project, that's okay. You'll still want to keep right side facing up and you would send your hook back to front or bottom up, always going underneath the V. And I'm starting here at the first stitch just because that makes sense. It's nice to have tassels like almost at the corners, if not in the corners. So we'll do one more tassel together. The empty hook is inserted into the stitch back to front. We'll drape all of our strands over the hook at about the halfway point. Hold on to all of those strands and pull a loop through, and then send the ends front to back through the loop. Hold on to your project and pull on all of those ends, and then tidy them up as you see fit, as always. And then that's the back of a lark's head knot, and that's the front of a lark's head knot. That is one thing to pay attention to as you're attaching tassels. Make sure you're always working with the right side of your project facing up. Now the final step would be trimming your tassels. If you feel like you need to do that, you can lay your project out with all of the tassels attached on a flat surface and give everything a little comb. And anywhere you see a tassel and you think that it's just a little too long compared to the others, you can give it a little snip with your scissors. If you want to be real precise and you have these tools, I did not mention these in supplies because it's not necessary, you can use a clear plastic ruler and a roto cutter, and this gets a real clean edge. So if you remember, we were making 5-inch tassels. I would line 5 inches with the side of my work, and then you can just slice down all those tassels and get a real clean cut. But these tools are totally not necessary for a project. So that's all I have for you. I hope this video was helpful, and attach tassels to everything now that you know how to do it. Bye, happy making.